Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Designing Dreams in the Haus. I'm your host, Tyler Swartzmiller, owner of Haus Studio, Haus and Home, and Haus Makes a Home. Getting a little ridiculous. I am here with Amy Fix. Hey, Amy.
Hi.
So I've known Amy for over 10 years now.
Forever.
So I was going to start out, how did you get in the industry? What's your background?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, all right. So this is my 18th career.
Yeah.
So I was living in Texas, and we had literally a falling down garage. It was super creepy, very weird. It was scary.
Yeah.
And in Texas, everyone has a guest quarters or a casita or whatever. And we needed a garage.
Everybody. Mm-hmm.
Everybody. Anyway, I was not the only one. So and we're Midwesterners.
Yeah.
I was like, the car goes in the garage.
Yeah.
And we had just recently purchased two brand new cars because just how life happens. And so we were like, literally it's 111. I'm not kidding.
And
it was 111.
Zero today. It's zero today.
And I'm like, the paint is literally
gonna peel off the car.
Peel off the cars. So we're like, we need a new garage.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh my gosh, we get the casita. We can do a guest quarters. And so I got a little in it with the guy who was doing the building.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is great. Let's do this. And he's like, oh, are you a designer? And I go, oh, no. Okay, I'm not. Maybe I am.
Yeah.
So, that was kind of my first big project.
Yeah. But you had a kind of an idea you like this is you were going to go to school for architecture, right?
I did. I started at Miami in architecture.
Yeah.
So I was always kind of dabbling in it.
Yeah.
That was sort of my first big remodel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I know you went back to school later in life and
Yep.
Yeah.
Then we moved to Ohio.
Yeah.
So I did that project and then fast forward a couple of years and we moved to Arlington.
Mm-hmm.
And then we very quickly had to do a reno there. No way.
Mm.
And so we added on a laundry room and just a sitting room upstairs in a closet.
Yeah.
And that was another big one.
Yeah.
And the contractor was like, and I had to complete, it's
Yeah.
us.
Oh, yeah.
I had to completely redo it.
Yeah.
And I was like, and he had some horrible corner cabinet. Did I ever tell you that?
No.
It was so bad.
In the laundry room?
Oh, upstairs in our sitting room.
In your sitting room.
Mm-hmm. It was on an angle. It was so bad.
Yeah.
So I was like, we're not doing that. So I straightened it out. And
Yeah.
we had built-ins, whatever. And that was the other one. And then I was like, all right, never mind. I guess I better go back to school.
Yeah.
And then, and then I met you at the J Company.
At the J Company where we trauma bonded.
Yay!
I remember my first day. Do you remember my first day?
Oh, I totally remember your first day.
So my first day, I had to deal with literally an explosion at a job.
It was horrible.
Another employee was going through some things, just mentally wasn't there. Totally happens to all of us. This job can burn you out and all kinds of things. And my boss at the time asked if I could take care of this problem. So I did, and I showed up to this house in Arlington with Bob Fry. And the homeowner who was screaming at me that was not my fault. And there were 6 hoods that were ordered for this job with one range.
Yep.
So that was my very, very first day at that job.
Yep.
And the person that did this was still at the company.
Yep.
And I had to walk in and pretend like nothing was wrong.
Yeah.
Even though the entire job was wrong, and I had to completely redesign it and try to put piece and parts together and try not to spend $1 bajillion because he would have killed me. Yeah. The manager would have killed me.
Didn't she leave she was...
It was like a week
that
maybe.
week, and then she was
She was gone, and it was really awkward because there were these 2 L-shaped desks that me and Amy faced each other, and she was in the back office. No one would touch that office. I think it was 2 years before you ever moved back there.
It was almost. It felt like that.
It was a long time.
It felt like that.
Office just being empty because you're like, because it needed cleaned out.
Oh, it needed to be saged.
Well, that whole shirt.
It was some bad karma.
So bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, and she was maybe not your biggest fan.
Yeah. And I didn't.
And we were
right.
We
you
were
guys
very
were
close.
Super close.
We were very close. Yeah. Although it fell apart at the end. It was scary.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
Yeah. Luckily, she's in a better place.
She's
super happy.
Totally better.
Again,
yay.
Things happen for a reason.
But I remember. And Kevin sometimes I haven't told you this. Kevin will be like, "Do you remember what you said about Tyler the first day?" I'm like, "No."
What did you say?
Oh, how much I liked you.
I feel like that annoying little asshole.
Yeah, you were so young.
I was 25.
You
yeah.
were a baby.
I was a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was. I got on board pretty quick.
You did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're kind of blamed for a lot of this because if you wouldn't take me to my first NKBA meeting, that's what really led into a lot of this.
Oh, you're so welcome.
So it's your fault.
It's
that
totally my
I
fault.
have to do all this now.
Yeah, it's your fault. You're my
Yes.
boss.
Yes. So we had been in J Company together for almost 3 years, probably.
Yeah.
And then
I think I was there total for 5.
Okay.
I mean, so maybe it was just
Yeah.
on the far end. Whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously, we went from just being people that work together to just kind of becoming friends. Like, I consider you one of my best friends. And
Me too.
it's really nice that we were able to keep our personal life and work life separate.
And that's all you. Because it's
Okay.
easy to blur.
Yeah.
And I think, we're both good at kind of towing a line.
Yes. Yes.
Because you have to.
Yeah. After knowing somebody for this long. And we spend more time together than we spend with our husbands at this point.
It is true.
Yeah. Which I'm okay with most days.
Yeah, me too.
So, after J Company, you then went to JS Brown.
Yep. Went to J.S. Brown for 3 years or whatever.
Yep.
And that was, and then it was COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, come on,
Yeah.
people. It was a disaster.
Everything was a disaster.
Everything was a disaster.
But we got crazy busy, and then you started with us in June of 21. Okay, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
So we were in a really tiny office.
Tiny.
Tiny.
And it was fine for 2.
It was.
And it was even fine for 3.
3. And then when 4 hits.
And then it was Megan. Megan put us over the edge.
Yes, when Megan was sitting at a card table, and then we had to move
Literally
the printer. So the room was 12 by 12.
Oh, God, that's kind.
That's kind. So me and Amy were at L-shaped desks, which I forget how loud I am sometimes, and it was hard to get used to because I was by myself. So
of course, and you yell.
I yell. So had to get used to that. And then I think you really helped me remember, hey, there's another person that works here, so maybe write things down. You can't just keep it in your head. And I've definitely gotten better. Still not the best, but I've definitely gotten better.
Yeah, for sure better.
And then Laura joined us, and then Megan, and then that's when we decided to
Really had to move.
really had to move. But
no choice.
No choice. But those first, me and you and Laura, I mean, we crammed jobs.
We had so many jobs.
We had so many
I
jobs.
remember flipping and I just was getting
Yeah.
I got so many people.
Yeah.
So many people.
It grew. I mean, I had a lot myself. And then when obviously you joined, we were able to take on more, but it was crazy how many,
and taking all the deliveries.
Doing
all, I mean, okay. Do you remember my first day working for you?
Oh, I don't think I do.
Oh my gosh, I do. And you said, okay, well, meet me at, oh God, I'm going to forget his name. And I'm delivering cabinets. And it was super close.
Okay.
And I went, oh yeah, no big deal. It's fine. Delivering cabinets. And you're like, oh yeah, it's nothing. It's all good. And he'll give you a list. It's all fine. Just go and meet the driver. Right? So I did. No idea what was going on. Nothing. And I'm like, oh my God.
What did I just get myself into?
What did I just sign up for?
Yeah.
Thank God it was a nice day. It was June.
I had a delivery, one of my first deliveries. Actually, it was Laramers who we're going to be doing a bathroom for now. And it was like this. It was zero. Because I started the company in October. They ordered right away, and we were delivering in February. And at the time, I couldn't pay for mover. So I literally unloaded the cabinets. And it was in Arlington. And I remember we backed the
I remember seeing the truck that day. Because you did it with Todd.
Yep.
I totally remember that.
I packed the truck up, and that's a whole other story. We'll maybe get into that one. Backed the truck up, and we were blocking the road, and people were screaming at us, and you're like, it's Arlington. Go another half a block.
And do a U. Come on.
It's not a big deal. And then the cop showed up. It's zero. I'm trying to unload these cabinets myself. I'm literally crying. It's so cold. It's so cold.
Kitchen?
And it was the whole kitchen. And
that was a lot.
That was a lot of
cabinets.
A lot of cabinetry. And the cop showed up, and I was like, give me 5 more minutes. Well, he's like, you gotta get the truck out of here. I was like, I literally need 5 more minutes, and I'll be done.
They called the cops
and they called the cops on me.
It's such a nice neighborhood.
Such a nice neighborhood.
Literally my old neighbors.
It's just dear God. I'm trying to unload cabinets. It's freezing. I'm by myself.
I can't. It's so hateful.
Those first years, make me really appreciate these days now.
Well, I mean, how many hats did you have to wear?
I did
It was
literally
a
everything.
lot.
It was a lot.
It was a lot. And you like a lot of hats.
I do. It's funny because a lot of it, I have a really good memory for things, but it's like I almost like blacked out for 2 years.
Trauma.
Trauma. Just trying to
It's having the
company.
baby, honey. It's having the baby.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot. But, then we got the new showroom and then got into production, which has been a whole thing. But I think we're in a really good place now. I'm really happy with the team we have, and it's been really fun.
Yeah. I'm still surprised we did production. I know.
Me
I know
too.
we've been doing it a long time.
I know.
But I'm still like, it was never supposed to be
It was never supposed to be a thing. I'm happy about it now, though.
Well, yeah. I mean, the control is so much better.
The control is so much better.
And it really is the team.
Yeah.
It was, and we always knew that.
Right.
It was just getting the right partners.
It's getting the right partners.
Yeah, for sure.
Jake really has.
It always is.
Jake's been with us almost a year, which is crazy to say that I started February last year.
That's wild.
I know. Because last year at this time, I was doing production.
That was so fun.
That was so fun. And then we had that crazy mic guy for a week. I hired a production manager, and he had a really good feeling about him. Couldn't use a cell phone. Figured out.
So bad.
So it was so bad.
Tyler was the only one who had the feeling about him. We all knew immediately. We were like, oh my God, what?
Because I'd been burned. Because I had hired one guy. He was supposed to start in 2 weeks, and then he needed another week. So then I gave him another week.
Yep.
And the day he was supposed to start, he was like, I'm not taking the job.
What a jerk.
And then interviewed somebody else, liked them a lot, took them on job sites, and then ghosted me for almost 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah. I was excited about him.
I was too. And then he ghosted me for 3 weeks. And then
People.
This mic guy came along, and I was like, all right, it's somebody. And maybe that's where I was.
You needed somebody.
Somebody. But it ended up causing more drama. Like, guys were going to quit, walk off the job. It was
drama.
It was so
We
bad.
already have a lot of drama.
Jesus.
The job is drama.
The job is drama. Well, you're in people's houses, and
exactly.
You're going through a remodel right now of your bathroom.
So fun.
So fun. Planning your kitchen.
Yep.
But, it's a lot being in people's houses and being in their space.
It's just a lot.
And there always comes a point, I tell people this, you will break. It's usually if I find drywall.
It's
because
drywall.
You've done the demo, you've done the framing, you do all the mechanicals, and then the drywall hits, and it's so, so messy.
And you're so sick of
being in your house.
And something feels like they're not going fast.
Right.
I'm already doing that with my own project.
Right, yeah.
And he's there every day.
Yeah, I know.
And I know him.
Yeah.
And
this is your second one with him, too.
Get out.
It's people being in your house. I mean, even holidays. I'm like, all right, you've been here 2 days. Get out.
Well, and the water wasn't turned on all the way.
Yeah. Oh, so pressure just sucked.
And I'm like, and I was going to yell at him, and Kevin's like, I just turned on the water.
Right.
It's
not
okay.
It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal.
And I was like, but you get angry.
It's those little scratches that
I shouldn't be angry.
Shouldn't be angry.
This. It's doing this.
It's
nothing.
It's doing this. Well, and I love to joke. These are first world problems. Oh
my gosh.
You're back because nothing was wrong with your bathroom. It was just ugly.
Just ugly.
So it's how do we bitch about these things that are literally first world problems?
That's why he brings these teeny tiny little things to my attention, and I go, no. This is really fine.
Yeah.
This is okay.
Yeah.
Thank God. Because some people, we should be fussy. We're fussy anyway.
We are fussy. And I just think we have an expectation level that's really high.
Yeah.
And that's been fun too, because the first few jobs I did, it was just I'll take anything I can get.
I'll take that vanity.
I remember replacing doors at a job, and I was like,
doors?
Doors.
You really suck at doors. I'm not gonna lie.
I suck at doors. No, not house doors, cabinet doors.
Oh.
Oh no, I did a
That's
replacement
hard.
job, and it's with Josh.
Oh gosh,
So
that's all you gotta say.
That was really fun. So every door there was something a little wrong with it. And I remember I was out there, and whenever you do cabinets, you have to measure the opening, measure the frame, and these were built on site. So some frames were 2.5, some frames were 1.5 inches, some frames were 1.25 inches, depending on how they built them. And I remember drawing it and sending it to Jay, and I was like, I'm so sorry. And he goes, no, it's fine. And it's Jay. Jay's our cabinet guy who's absolutely amazing. Love him. But he's like, just use this hinge on this one and this hinge on this one. And I'm like, okay. And he did all the math for me.
Oh,
I know.
Thanks, Jay.
Thank God for Jay. He really has been. I couldn't design what we've designed. The stuff that we're able to push out. Molly, our new person at Haus and Home, was in on Saturday, and I was showing her the home show display that we have, where it's the walnut reading inside the painted Greek door, and how they hand paint it.
Painted.
And you're like, no one would ever do this. There's not a cabinet company in the world that would build this. and they did it
Yep.
and didn't bitch about it. No, they said we're never
Yeah,
allowed to sell
after
it.
the fact.
After the fact. They said we're never allowed to sell it because it
Too
took
labor-intensive.
too much time.
Yeah.
But
it's really pretty.
it's really pretty.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
Yeah.
So you have 3 kids.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Thanks. They're so fun.
Well, I'm saying that and bringing it up because, like, I remember meeting Clara at
I
the
know.
JAE.
I know. At the J, she was a little
she
pumpkin
was a
riding
little
her
pumpkin,
bike.
Yeah.
Riding her bike.
I mean, she had pigtails for.
Like-
She actually had a little like bob or something.
little bob, I'm
a little
sure.
bob.
Yeah. And now she's getting all grown up.
I know, and you're.
Now she's got a boyfriend.
Oh, I know.
I can't wait to meet him.
I know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then obviously Marielle gets married this year.
Oh, my baby is
I
getting
know.
married.
So it's just crazy that I've seen, obviously our relationship, but then also like your kids and everything.
I know.
It's so funny. And they call me Uncle Tyler.
It's
so
true.
It's funny.
They-
Uncle Ty.
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 They do.
So it's funny. Just how
You
fast.
talking to Ty?
Ty.
Uh,
So I was going to ask you, of all the trips we've taken, what has been your favorite?
okay, work trips.
I can go any trips.
I'm gonna probably go with a bad K-Bis.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
they are fun.
They are fun.
And you learn so much. You
do.
see so much. And you and I are well paced. Like
Yes.
we like to
Go. Yep.
we're going.
Mhm.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna get it. We're
Yeah.
gonna and it's not even mapping it out. It's really just sort of you just kinda gotta
You
walk
kinda-
the
yes,
show.
I know. I'm interested to see because
I can't wait.
James has never been, and
I
you're
know.
going with him this year.
I think
It's a good group. I think Heather's great.
it's gonna be so
Yeah. Then
fun.
Skylar's gonna be with you guys.
Yeah,
I think
it's gonna be
a
super
lot of fun. But
he was super sweet.
I know it's really interesting the first time you go and you don't understand the scale
Oh,
of
no.
this thing.
It's
Like
just
I have
so
been to home
monster.
shows, like it is enormous.
Yes, it's enormous.
My first year was going down to Orlando.
Yeah.
And just it's absolutely massive. Like,
It's massive.
It's 1 million square feet.
Yep.
And there's so much to look at.
Yeah. And I think about planning it, and then I'm kind of like, what's the point?
Right.
I'm gonna go
You're gonna-
to the
and
you
you're
know,
end
the
up
ones
walking in
that
and
we
seeing
want to
something,
go
like, ooh,
to.
what's over there?
Right. And
Yeah.
then, but the fun is actually finding the stuff that
You don't know. I know. Last year we found a cool sync company,
Yeah.
and the things that you don't even know a company has. I think is really.
Oh yeah,
like,
for sure.
Delta bought Kraus this past year, and it was really interesting because I never looked at Kraus,
Yeah.
and now I was like, this stuff's really cool.
It looks great.
So
Yeah,
I'm
I can't
excited.
wait.
I know I'm excited for you to see some really cool
And like
ones.
some of the weird house we're gonna go see.
Yeah.
That'll be really fun because I've never done something like that, kind of off.
Yeah, I've never done the tour, so I think it'd be really interesting.
I'm super excited.
Yeah.
So K-Bis, and then like that New York trip was not
Then-
bad. Even Carmel. Even the
Carmel.
Delta trip.
Even the Delta trip.
The Delta trip was it was so interesting. Like
Yeah.
again, we learned
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
the
Like don't
white-
don't drink the cheap wine
Don't put wine in a
out of a faucet. It was really cute.
It
So
was
they,
so
they tried to do
cute.
wine out of a faucet.
It was so cute.
A Brizo faucet, but it was carbonated wine.
It was so gross.
It was so gross.
Again, it looked great.
It looked great. It was super cool.
Yeah.
It was disgusting.
And we all got a glass and didn't drink it.
Did not drink it.
No.
New York was fun. Yeah, what I remember.
What we remember of it.
I mean, the fun part is at the time I was at Kitchen Craft, you were at
Yeah.
JS Brown.
Yep.
Obviously, Tia took us.
Yep.
Meredith was with you.
Yep.
It's just like all these people that we all kind of worked together adjacently. Was Jen Shepard with us? I don't think she was yet.
She wasn't.
Yeah. And then, it was just crazy trip.
It was
I think
a crazy trip.
We went to leave and it was delayed, right? So we sat at the bar for like an extra 4 hours or something.
I forgot about that.
No, that was the way
that
back.
was on the way.
Because the way
Remember
in, Jen,
Tia?
well, Jen who almost missed the plane? Was it Jen or Meredith?
Oh, Meredith
Meredith-
did miss. She
Meredith did miss the plane.
Yeah, but wasn't that also like Tia? Her phone went in the
Yes,
toilet.
that was on the way home. Tia was putting her purse above her and her phone fell right into the toilet.
Into the toilet.
So we're running around trying to find rice in
Rice.
this airport. And then to come find out, Tia didn't have an iCloud backup. She had never backed her phone up ever.
She was so sad. I was so bad.
I was sad for her. I was like, Tia, have you never backed your phone up? Ever.
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 It's all gone.
All the photos from
all
that
the
trip.
pics.
All those
I
photos.
know.
Yeah. My favorite part is, and I'm glad I have my photos, is like, I have photos of being in Times Square. I don't know how I got to Times Square.
We did a little time traveling that day.
Yeah. Well, they took us, we went right to American Standard and we started drinking in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And then I think we had a nice dinner. I don't know.
Yeah, we did. I think there were pictures.
And then we ended up at this rooftop bar. And then at some point we ended up in Times Square. And I have literally no idea.
I know we walked and walked. I remember being arm in arm.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember the rest of it. And then I do remember we're at the bar and we're all doing shots. We're back at the hotel and we're doing shots. And I remember like you either threw one over your shoulder or you like dumped it and you're like, I'm going to bed.
I'm going to bed.
And me and Tia stayed there for a little. I think I tried to run after you actually.
Oh, you did. And I was in the elevator. Close. I'm going to bed.
And it was me, Tia, and Meredith was still at the bar.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe someone else.
Oh, yeah,
John Fox.
Yes.
With American Standard. And I was like, I have to go. It was 4 a.m.
I went up at 2.
Yeah.
We had an early call.
We did. So we had to get up the next morning and go back to DXV downtown. Yep. And I remember being in the room shaking because I was so hungover. And Tia was like dead. When Tia is hungover,
I know.
Don't talk
it's
to
not
Tia.
Good.
Don't talk to Tia. Nope. Leave her alone. Give her a sausage patty and let her go to sleep. Like it is
sausage.
Something greasy. And they're like, all I remember is like the peanuts. Wah, 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 wah.
It was bad.
And she's like, if you do not get us
something to
eat right now. And she just started going and just opening cabinets and finding shit.
I remember that.
I don't think I learned a thing that day because I was so hungover.
Yeah, it was not.
It was not good.
Not a good learning experience.
I don't remember exactly. I may have threw up in a bush that time. And when we went on the balcony, I have done that more than once with Tia, so I blame her. I've only ever done it with Tia.
All right, who threw up at K-Biz?
That was me.
No, I think it was Christy.
Oh, yes. Oh, that K-Biz trip. Okay. Was it? No, it was Christine. It was Christine, our president of NKBA, threw up. No, the one time I threw up at K-Biz, probably more than once. The really good one is Tia and I got to the airport, or like me and Tia were flying out together or something. And it's Tia. We're at the bar. We're going. And we're drinking on the plane. And then we get off this plane and we go to
a bar?
No, because it's like 6 in the morning. We left at 6 in the morning and we get there, it's 6 in the morning. Yeah. But there's this famous diner. I can't think of it. Anyhow, we get there for breakfast and it's the whole NKBA board and we're all sitting there and it's this huge round booth. And I can feel the sweats coming on.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, and food's coming out now. I'm like,
I can't do it.
I was like, guys, I have to go to the bathroom. And I don't want to admit that I'm this drunk and it's 6 in the morning because we've been drinking for 6 hours.
That's bad.
And so I slide out the booth and I go outside and I barely make it to the front door and I'm puking into one of the planter bushes. That's
bad.
And then I swing over, go to the bathroom, try to like
freshen
up, after I just vomited in my mouth.
That's bad.
And then go back and try to just put a little food in my mouth. Because then the day started.
I know.
We were like,
you gotta go.
All right, now we're gonna go to the show. I was like, I'm drunk. I just threw up in a bush.
You just need a cup of coffee, honey. Yeah, it'll be fine.
I rallied, I guess.
I know who you are.
Yeah.
You rally.
Yeah.
You go.
Yeah.
Gotta get your walk on.
Gotta get my walk on.
Go get it.
Yeah. So
I can't wait for K-Biz. Just kidding.
Well, I'm not going to.
It's not.
It may not be as drunk a fest.
I don't. No, I'm excited. No, I'm not. Damp January. So I'm being good.
Yeah.
I know it's in February, but
yeah. We'll
see.
Yeah. I'm sure I have other questions because we just kind of been talking. What is your most awkward and funny story with a client?
See, I don't get into it like you do. Like you,
it just kind of happens to me sometimes.
Yeah,
I don't always.
People like to talk to you.
They do.
And I don't have that. I don't. Well, they will talk to me, but not like.
Yeah.
The Vaughn that you get. You get the open book.
I get the open book. I get the inappropriate comments.
I mean,
It's
I don't know if I've had any like too weird. Not like you. I mean, your stories are like trump mine every single time. I just don't get them. It's not like people are not telling me about, we need the dishwasher in the master.
In the master, so we can
get our toys clean. Oh my gosh, I can't.
And the cleaning up with days and all the things.
I mean, the one weird guy who came into J Company too. I'm sure you were there, and he spent 30 minutes talking about toilets and bidets.
Oh.
And you're like, this was a walk-in.
Oh.
Walk-in. That was weird.
That
was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that guy. That was weird.
We would get some weirdos in that.
We got weird ones in there.
Yeah. It is going to end an era though. So the store we worked at closed that office, and I think it's going to be teared down.
I think
any
so.
moment.
Yeah, I think you're totally
Yeah,
right. Yeah. They need
Which
the real estate.
that building needs torn down.
Oh
It's
my God.
disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think of like that showroom was what, probably 1,500 square feet?
Yeah, was it? I mean, you would know.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
it was so sectioned off. It was
a section we didn't even use, the bad bathroom section, because it was travertine tile.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
It was honestly, when it was first went in, I'm sure they used the heck out of it.
Yes.
But it was, I mean, we never used it.
We used it as storage. We literally just
we
cut,
used it as storage.
cut the lights off.
Yeah, we kept the lights off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was such a weird. They
It
should
was
have
a
torn down that
whole wall so you
I
could
know.
open that whole thing up. They would never spend that money.
No, I know.
Well, they're going to remodel it.
You
new,
did.
new location coming soon.
Yeah.
I do remember though, when Constance joined our team down to the company.
Oh, Constance.
She was Southern originally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and had this cute little convertible, and
She was so great.
I mean, she was like a stone person before that was a thing. You know,
Was she?
Yeah, like the rose quartz and that kind of stuff, and
Oh, like into the all the
all
stuff.
the-
Well,
all-
she was always like I'm kept together with tape and whatever.
Yeah.
She had a little phrase, and
Yeah.
she would say it all the time.
Yeah.
And she always went to the doctor in January. Do
Yeah.
you remember that? Like she set up all of
Yeah,
her
all of her
doctor's
appointments, yeah.
in January.
Yeah.
And she spent the whole month just going
Yeah.
to the doctor.
she was trying to be an actress. I wonder what happened to her.
I know.
I kinda wanna look her
Well,
up.
remember when we called her when I joined?
Yes.
You
Oh, I
know?
forgot about that.
We called her, and she was so excited.
Yeah.
She's so sweet.
And then we got Linda for a hot minute.
We did. I never had her.
Oh, you didn't? Oh,
No, because remember, I retired.
you retired.
I didn't retire.
I
people.
forgot about that.
I didn't retire. I
So
went
Linda
to
was
J.S.
our-
Brown.
Other receptionist that we got after Constance left, because Constance was with us even a year, I don't think.
No, she was there. Remember, she did my NKBA and then she
Oh,
did
yeah.
yours.
Yes. Yes. Yep.
For communicate whatever
Yes.
it was.
Yeah.
Programming.
That was actually really nice.
I know. Oh my God.
Just plan everything for us.
Will you
Will you
please
plan this for
plan
us?
that? Just make the calls.
Just make the calls, which
Yeah.
honestly, I'm trying to plan that one right now. And, no one's calling me back. I want to
course
give you
not.
money.
Here, I have money.
I have money. No one wants to call me.
We're gonna be doing it.
I'm doing
It's
it myself.
fine. It'll
It's
be
fine.
fun.
It'll be fine.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Linda was there for 1 minute when I was there.
Yeah.
And then I left.
And then you left
Yeah,
J.S. Brown.
went to J.S. Brown. I mean, I retired.
She retired. She keeps threatening on retiring.
Whatever. 24 months.
24
Maybe
months.
12.
Maybe 12.
Maybe 12. I won't retire fully.
No.
You guys keep me young.
I know, we do. Well, it's the Botox too.
It is. It helps.
Because we started that at J Company as well.
We did. Yep. Thank God.
Thank God.
We needed it then.
We needed it then.
We
And
needed a
now,
break.
Now we're really smooth, so we're good.
Someone is.
Yeah.
I'm not so smooth right now. Oh my God.
Well, honestly, we could keep talking, but I think we kind of end it there. We'll leave Todd for another day because I don't know if that's
yeah. I don't think we ever need to do that one.
maybe we'll have a drinking episode where we come in and drink.
Oh, I could do that.
Okay, we'll do it then.
When I'm done with damp.
Yes, which is very soon.
Yay!
Yay!
10 more days.
10 more days. 11. There's 31 days, isn't there?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for joining me. I need to have you give your stuff out, but you work for me. So, this has been another episode of Designing Dreams in the Haus. Thanks, guys.
Boxland Media. Think big.